These are the most unusual deaths ever. In 1814, a vat at the Horseshoe Brewery in London holding 610,000 liters of beer ruptured. It set off a chain reaction of beer vats, all rupturing one after another, ultimately resulting in a flood of nearly 1.5 million liters of beer rushing through the streets. It left a huge trail of destruction in its path, including the bodies of 8 people. And 5 of those people were actually at a funeral when the flood struck. This is just horrible, and death by beer flood sounds like an enormously unpleasant way to go. Next, on July 2nd, 1951, Mary Hardy Reeser decided to smoke a cigarette before she headed to bed. She sat down in a chair with it and relaxed, but the next morning, she was discovered in a very shocking state. She had burned to ash. All that remained was 1 foot still in its slipper, and her skull, which had shrunk to a teacup. This was a case of spontaneous combustion in which a person just randomly catches fire. Her house was barely touched by the fire, and there was nothing around her that could burn. This case remains one of the most shocking and confusing ever, because this woman just exploded in flames out of nowhere. Next, Hans Steininger died by his own beard. Hans's beard was over 6 feet long, and he typically kept it rolled up and stored in a leather pouch. On the day he didn't tuck it away, a fire broke out in his hometown. Hans ran from the fire and tripped on his beard in the process, and he either broke his neck or failed to escape the blaze after falling.